It would help if we turned our mics on. Welcome back to the NXL 2025 season debut. I'm Matt Falby, incompetent as I am with a job, joined by probably what will be a better webcaster. This is Dan Sensi. Dan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Dan Sensi. I've been here a few times over the last couple of years.
Yeah, veteran.
Player with Miami Effect, bringing back the name.
Nice. And the nice jerseys.
Yeah, we're trying to do some cool things with it.
Yeah, go check out their jerseys if you have an opportunity.
And we have cool merch for sale. And let's get into this point.
All right, here we go. SURICATOS versus Baltimore NEVERMORES. Say that 10 times. SURICATOS had a nice come-from-behind victory earlier. No, I take that back. I think they lost to Dallas 5 in a squeaker. That's right, overtime.
Okay, so we're looking at 5-on-5 paintball here.
Yeah, 5 alive spread across the back for the SURICATOS. They did push one up to the standing tower.
Yeah, so this is a breakout we're seeing very commonly on the semi-pro field right now. I don't know how it was over here.
Yeah, I would expect to see to this Snakeside Tower, actually, before you would take the other tower. So it was a little bit weird, funky from SURICATOS for what we've been seeing.
Well, it's one up the center and then a back 4.
Yeah, the left side, yeah. This I've been seeing a lot of play right up the middle to these standing wedges.
A lot of space there to create angles and such that you don't really think about as a player because there's so much stuff in there.
This is a very busy field in the middle. There's a lot of vision blockers up the middle. So if you can get up there and do damage from it. Now,
it looks like
this is the danger.
If that's Nevermore player has entered the snake. Has she been picked up though?
No, and if SURICATOS don't pick up on it, she's going to blow up that 50.
Yeah, and now the SURICATOS moving into the snake, asking for a check. Clean.
Yep.
Play on. So we still have 5-on-5 as far as I can tell. All right, SURICATOS now in both of the 50 stand-up wedges, playing to the outsides.
So I've seen survivability in these middle stand-up wedges is a little bit iffy. I think you need to stay low.
Absolutely. There's some pretty wicked bounce shots off of that center can. We call it the rocket. That come in pretty hard, fast, and angular on that. So if it pushes you all the way to the outside, just exposes you to anybody wider than you. Really nice support move out to the corner here by the SURICATOS. But losing that snake side center wedge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The survivability in that middle is not great, but you know what? They're doing a lot of damage right now. I don't think it matters, SURICATOS.
We missed something on the Dorito side. Yeah, they moved into the 50 Dorito, the big 50 Dorito brick. Do we have a name for that here yet?
50. Dorito 50.
50 Dorito?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh.
First time.
Yeah, SURICATOS, that, by my count, is 4 bodies, and there's only a Dorito 1 left for the Nevermores. Maybe a Dorito 2?
Look at the pod count on the ladies. I'm surprised that they've already run through this much paint this fast.
I mean, did they take out 4 pods, or did they shoot 8?
I didn't count ahead of time. All right, SURICATOS just need to close the vise here and finish this off. They're crossing the 50s now. There's not much left for Baltimore to be able to stop.
There you go. And buzzer? Nope. They're going to go for the kill.
He's going to go for the kill.
Got it.
I mean, there's a not zero risk of dancing between that home and that buzzer will get you killed, but I don't think it was really worth worrying about.
SURICATOS coming out looking strong.
Yeah.
It's a variation, an unusual variation on a idea with going to the Dorito side tower before the snake side tower.
They had a really interesting match with Vibe here just 2 matches ago, where we actually had to stop the match. The refs had to reverse I think it was a major, re-put players into bunkers, restart the clock. Like, they had to do that whole thing. It took about 20 minutes to sort out, and in the end, the point went to the SURICATOS, and it took like 15 seconds. it was
After all of that,
we're like, what the hell?
Bang, bang, done.
Yeah. All right, Jersey High Rollers versus Immortal Angels. High Rollers on your left, Immortal Angels on your right. Pretty standard pocket play for High Rollers right now. They're still doubled up at home. They do take the Snake Tower, D1, and the Snake Insert.
Right, look for yep, there it is. The second player of the home in the double moving out to the Dorito side temple. But Angels getting into the snake, and it does not look like they know. It does not look like the high rollers know there's a snake.
That will be the death of them.
Well, now they're matched up, so they'll figure it out pretty quickly. Trying to see who's out here. Oh, nice move into the...
I would have dug my barrel into the dirt. Let me be really honest if I was them.
So the Snakeside Tower for the Angels does look like they know there's a snake. She's playing real tight, real low, turreting, but she's not shooting her gun. Now the high rolls in there, free kill.
Yeah, this is... Oof.
There's two. Oh, she dodged it. Good for her.
And we are in the splash zone.
Yeah, I just took a step out. So, I'm sure that everybody else on the semi-pro is shooting this that was over here this morning. But off of this snake mini wing, like into this person, it pushes them literally to the other side of the bunker.
Honestly, I have not seen that.
We've watched people back up in the Doritos specifically to shoot it.
It's just not happening much on this field. Now, to be fair, we've had a number of D5 matches.
Okay.
And that maybe they don't know about that shot. Vadya's going to finish this one off.
New Jersey High Rollers. Oh. Vadya Dux. Is it French? Is it Du?
I think I've already mispronounced enough today. I'm not going to do it again.
Like, how many options do we have here?
Oh, not many.
Vadya's a cool first name, though. Veda? Maybe it's Veda.
It's Veda. Yeah. She's been around the WNXL for quite some time.
Okay.
She's a good player. Matter of fact, WNXL has a lot of long-time players. It's they have a good core of women that have been playing for a few years, and there's not a huge amount of turnover. Now, there is a lot of team-to-team movement. I think there's more team-to-team movement in WNXL than pro or semi-pro or probably any of the other divisions.
Yeah, one of my very good friends' wife is playing for the Angels right now, actually. Crystal Welson. I was at their wedding.
Really?
Lovely humans.
Number 15.
Yes.
Not her wedding. I mean, that's her jersey number.
Well,
it's probably her first one. All right, Baltimore on your left, SURICATOS on your right.
All the way to the snake on the break. That is a risky maneuver and gets picked up.
Baltimore loses their snake player, their snake tower. They lost their home.
SURICATOS getting a minor penalty from their snake corner.
Well, they did manage to pull out two of the Baltimore players, so they've got three left over here.
We are 3-on-3. SURICATOS pushing up to the Dorito side wedge.
Baltimore into the snake now. Dives a little short, but gets away with it.
Oh, she's going to pick. No, the SURICATOS really want to push the center. At this point, it's clear. They want to go to both of those wedges and play heads up.
All day, they've been pushing the center heavy, so, including on the breakout. Sometimes they've sent two bodies right up.
And they're good spots if people don't know you're there.
Yeah. Once the secret's out.
Like, so, for instance, we're looking at a gunfight right now. There it is.
Oh, nice shot.
Where your center wedge has one, maybe two spots to gunfight out of.
Yeah.
She has 6.
She has a lot more options.
So you're playing whack-a-mole and just trying to stay alive. It's just, if you're not rolling your gun over everywhere, it's unlikely.
So we have a movement down the opposite side by SURICATOS. Baltimore Nevermore player trying to stem the tide.
We're going to go for the buzzers. Go for the buzzer.
If so, it's going to be the Baltimore player that gets there first.
There's another one over there. They've picked her up.
Does she get her?
Does she have a hit on her?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that Mazur did perfectly there, and that is she stopped shooting as soon as the buzzer went off.
Yes.
I know that sounds like a weird thing for me to say, but so many times I've seen players overshooting other players hitting their buzzer, and they effectively cover up the evidence. Because if you shoot a player... Oh, it's clean.
We got a thumbs up.
All right, well, fine. If you shoot an opponent that's hitting your buzzer after they've hit the buzzer, you've now covered up the evidence.
And you kind of want them to keep shooting and to step into their paint just in case.
Yeah, light me up. That way the refs can't tell if I was hit before or after the buzzer hit. All right, well, that does not work out in their favor, so Baltimore is going to drop that game. Goes to SURICATOS.
You know, I really like these high roller jerseys. They're reminiscent of the Buccaneers 2000s jerseys of their championship year.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Warren Sapp was dominating.
Well, don't forget about a little player called Tom Brady. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, but he didn't play for. He was still at Michigan in the,
Not in 2000s.
In 2000.
He did some good work here in Tampa Bay.
One good year.
Whatever.
I mean, you win a Super Bowl, you win a Super Bowl.
How many Super Bowls? How many rings does that man own?
7.
He's going to get arthritis from all the finger weight, all the rings. All right, Immortal Angels on your left, High Rollers on your right. High Rollers up by 1.
Angels losing their Dorito 1 on the break. Sent them wide, got picked up. And also Jersey losing their front player on their Dorito side. So in terms of body content, we're mirrored up, but losing another.
Yeah, they lost their mini temple on the Dorito side there for High Rollers.
Trying to figure out who actually shot her. That is not a bunker you want to be dying out of. Oh, what a great move to the corner. That was a pretty dive.
Sarah Condor sliding up to that middle standing wedge for the Immortals.
So the Jersey's dropping bodies, but they're going to move into the snake here, and nobody's going to know. She can manage her shadow well. She'll get a free body at least.
Let's see if is she trying the pod trick?
She tried the pod trick.
All right. Mercedes Walter here in the snake for Angels does not fall for the pod trick, but I also think
I don't know if she saw it.
She's not aware. She
didn't see it.
No, she's not aware of the snake being hot for High Rollers. She's going to come. If she wraps, she might get the free kill.
Oh, that'll get. Oh, great move. Free killer. I think she's going to get another one.
Maybe. Here we go.
Oh, I love the tension.
Yeah,
they know there's a landmine out there.
Oh, there's the pod trick.
Highway.
And it doesn't work.
Love the thought process there.
Wow, Askra, I thought...
What a mental chess match
Yeah,
that was.
I thought Askra was going to come right under that and get shot, but she somehow... That's
I
Jessica
think
Askren.
what she heard was the pod hitting the bunker.
Oh, the bunker moved. I
think she heard, oh, the bunker moved. It's a pod, because it smacked.
Oh, you think she figured it out?
I think she heard it. It's like the empty pod is sitting right there.
Yeah, she didn't fully commit to it.
Yeah, well, I think she saw it.
Or
heard
even
it.
Even the shadow. Maybe.
Oh, they threw a pod.
Yep. That was Jessica Askren, by the way, or Lee.
In the snake for...
No, for the Immortal Angels.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're over there hogging their roster.
I got info. I got sources.
Let's see here.
All right, we're going to watch SURICATOS take on the NEVERMORES. They're up 2-0. There's 10.5 on the clock. By the way, Mercy Rule is 5 points, so there's a lot to go here. That said, if Baltimore goes down 3-0, that forces your coach to start making non-optimal decisions when you get that deep in a hole.
I see. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to hide a 3-digit number on your back of your jersey. 108 Bricks of Rife is out there for the Nevermores. Sure. Let's see who else is that.
All right, SURICATOS on your left. Clean 5 alive for SURICATOS.
Also on the Nevermore side. 2 in the back center for the Nevermores. Oh, getting in there.
SURICATOS moving up to the D2 already. Good early push.
I really like the aggression the SURICATOS are coming with right now. Like, from all angles. They've pushed the snake, they've pushed the center, now they're pushing the Doritos.
So SURICATOS have got to control the home and the mini temple on the snake side if they want to get into the snake themselves. Now they've got the snake tower that should be able to hold in at least maybe the mini temple.
Like, if you're wrapped in really, really hard, well, so the Nevermores have already lost their mini temple. You can't see the move between the mini temple and the snake one.
The High Rollers, I'm sorry, the Nevermores do have the mini temple on the snake side.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
They filled out there.
Yeah.
So that was the first kill for
yeah.
SURICATOS was that. So they filled into it. My fault.
Ah, no worries. Now the Nevermore's going to move up to the snake tower.
So I've got 3 bodies on the Nevermore side. Oh, and the referee's calling her out and throwing a penalty. That is not going to help.
Screaming yellow. By the way, if you're watching this, and SURICATOS are about to close this out and finish it, this is a done deal. You will often see more than one flag go up on this field, and this European ref crew they like to throw what I call sympathy flags. What I mean by that is emotional support flags. Yeah. So when a ref across the field from you throws a yellow, you should throw a yellow also. You're not indicating a different penalty. You're just showing that that's the same
penalty has happened. That's not something that I personally like.
American refs don't tend to do that, so we're not used to it. And so it causes some confusion because you'll see teams go, oh, my God, they got 3 different minors in the span of 5 seconds.
Just one.
Yeah, it's just one.
Yeah, I would prefer that the referee throw the yellow flag
and then, the end of it.
And then any other ref hold a fist up.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Or hold up the flag. Instead of throwing their flag.
Because they may need to throw another flag.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Jersey's got 3 players.
Yeah,
4 players.
We are late to the box. 4.
Did they get
3.
5? Yeah, they got 5.
I think they got 5, but it never helps your breakout when you're scrambling like that.
And they managed to shoot one and to be 5 alive. So Jersey overcoming that. And a referee hard on the Angel snake player.
So Veda moving into the snake there for high rollers. Taylor Hoffer also has that snake side tower. High rollers in good position. 5 alive. 5 alive both teams, if I'm not mistaken. Now, as I say that, player peeling off for Angels from that mini temple on the Dorito side.
11 ducks again.
Yep, that's Veda.
She's
confidently
moving forward.
Yeah. Like I said, she's been around a while. I want to say she played with the Cheetahs. I could be wrong, but...
Yeah.
What?
It looks like she feels a little bit on her own right now. Oh, and Git just absolutely eats alive the Snakeside Tower, completely unaware for the Angels.
Another Angel walking off from that mini temple.
There isn't.
It is falling apart, and there it is. They're going to towel out.
Yeah, so now 3-1 in favor of the High Rollers. Is that correct?
I believe you're correct. All right, we're going to have Baltimore Nevermores versus SURICATOS. Baltimore is not in the position they want to be. Down 3-0. There's 9 on the clock. There's plenty of time, but God help me, this is not where you want to be. Nevermore is a new team. However, a lot of their players have certainly been around the league for a while. It's kind of a merger.
Brixa and Reed. Watson, I think that says.
It's always hard for me to hear Kelly Watson without thinking Keely Watson because I'm so old.
Oh,
all right. Looks like 5 alive for Nevermores. Pushing up the middle. Really not much to the outside.
SURICATOS losing one on the break. I don't know if she left early because it looked like she came out of the back center. Maybe it was just an excellent ball.
Sure. Looks like we are still 5 alive for Nevermore, so 5 on 4.
But the SURICATOS have the snake, and I'm sure you've seen how powerful this can be.
Yep. Now, the good news for Nevermores is they do have this snake tower, and she can shoot down into the snake. Hopefully, she can stop the bump between snake 2 and snake 3.
You can do it if you shoot the front of the cake. It bounces down and out.
You love your bounce shots. Yeah, no. I'm not a hater.
It's easier to shoot somebody when they're not shooting back at you.
I can barely hit something when I'm shooting straight at them. I can't do ricochet shots.
SURICATOS pushing forward again.
No, and they missed that exact shot we're talking about. Nevermore misses that shot, allows the SURICATOS to get into that snake 3. Don't come up over the top, though. Just getting a little too antsy.
Yep. And SURICATOS getting some support through the center now.
So there's a bit of a wasted gun here for Nevermore. Their snake player at this mini brick is locked on the outside of the 50 brick, and there's nothing to shoot at. So I understand jobs and assignments, and you're supposed to go and do that, but...
Well, she can do that same job from the 50 snake.
Yeah. So she should push it, do something, because right now they're not getting anything out of it.
Are they in the center wedge? Are the SURICATOS in the center wedge over here? They're not. I saw okay, they are in the Dorito side wedge.
Yep, standing wedge.
So she has a free move up to the 50 snake brick right now, and instead the SURICATOS get it. It might pay off for them.
So early on, Nevermore certainly had the advantage with the body, but
Nevermore's in the 50 brick, and
SURICATOS attempting a run through. I think it's going to work.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
3 bodies at least.
Run forward. Run forward.
Yep. Smart.
She's going to get shot in the back,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter. She's in so much trouble. There it is.
she's playing a 3-on-1 sandwiched between the bad guys.
That was a great run through.
Yeah, that was awesome read.
That was Rojas.
Awesome read.
If you go back and watch, she struggled a little bit getting over the snake beam. Snake beam's a little bit tall for her, but once she was across it, she just went right through the middle of them and just started bayoneting players.
I mean, what works. I can't do that right now.
Now, it's one of those, is it a field sense or a little bit of luck? I'm not trying to take anything
It's
away
probably
from
both.
Rojas. But
Honestly, it's both.
yeah, sometimes you make these run-throughs and you just instantly get blown the hell up. And, yeah, other times you just wreck house.
That's definitely.
All right, Immortal Angels on your left. They're down by 1 point to New Jersey High Rollers. 9.5 in the clock.
HIGHROLLERS going with a pretty interesting conservative breakout.
Angels into the snake on the run out. They loop around the backside of that mini temple and go straight in.
Yeah, that was.
There's an opportunity here for the Angel player. She just can keep going. There's really nothing on her at all.
Yeah,
that's number 14, Vivian Pham. She's another veteran. Now she's got back up in her snake corner.
Yeah, but Veda Duck's right in there with her. But who figures out who is in where first? Oh my gosh, I love it when this happens.
Look at shadows. Veda's looking at the shadow. She knows.
Oh, Veda wins.
She looked at the shadow. She
gives her
knew.
a little extra.
Yep.
And this should be it. Look for a pack shot.
So we've got home. We've got the mini temple on the Dorito
There it
side.
is. Pack shot on her.
Yep.
And then
that just leaves the home.
And so there's also a Dorito 2 out there.
Okay. Yep. So home and Dorito 2 for Angels.
Veda's going again.
She's hungry.
She wants it. Yep, there it is.
It's like, I haven't collected enough souls today.
She just got 4 more right there.
Well done. Hell of a game by Veda.
She's playing awesome.
I'm telling you, she looked. I watched her eyes. She looked down at the ground. She saw the shadow of Vivian Pham, and that's when she launched on her at that 50 brick.
Just her getting to the snake alone was impressive. Mm-hmm. There's a little blind zone to the snake side of the box. She sat and she shot on the break and like slow walked up to like 90 degrees from the snake and then dove in while shooting. I was like,
delayed release.
That was really
great game.
She had a great point, and her teammates recognizing that and just letting her do her thing when it's her time.
Well, she's helped put them up 4. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the SURICATOS scores. 4-0 for SURICATOS over Baltimore NEVERMORES. Baltimore, they are 1 point away from being eliminated by mercy rule. I think we had a timeout. You know, another thing I'm seeing a little bit too much of is teams that are late to the box. I've seen that a ton today, and I don't know why.
First event, you got to figure it out.
Yeah, maybe that's a good point. Well, even worse was I watched the team. We had that big controversy where you had to reset the game, and it literally took 20 minutes to sort it all out and figure out and yet the very next team on the board was late to the box.
Okay, that's a bad look.
I'm like, you had 25 minutes to be ready.
They were asleep.
Yeah, what the hell? You know what? I've also seen a lot of coaches ignoring the clock in the sense of, Team A is ready to push the button, they choose not to, and they just sit there, and Team B just doesn't even seem to notice.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Nevermore pulls out here. You're down 4-0. If you keep doing the same thing,
right,
you're likely going to get the same result.
Yep.
I know there's a little bit of variable here, but, throw something here. Throw a left hook.
Yep.
Like, see what's just...
Yeah, what you got is not working. I see a Suricata run for the snake, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see what she does.
I'm reading body language. She
gets shot on the break. That is the home shot straight over a pin.
Now, she had a little bit of a false start, and she had to retag, and so that I think, cost her life for the SURICATOS. SURICATOS into the snake very quickly.
She hasn't been seen yet. She might get a free shot on the tower. She does.
She does.
And nobody has seen her yet. Okay, the Dorito one has seen her, but she should shoot the home's pack. She's going to get, instead of looking for gunfight. This is Hernandez. She's going to go forward
wow,
again.
She is
just
hungry.
pushing the issue. The home is just super dedicated. Hernandez does not care. She doesn't see her. She could shoot her in the back right now.
I like the pause, though. She stopped. She doesn't go throw
There
her body
it is.
away.
There's the home.
Damn, Hernandez.
Out there eating.
Leave some bodies for your teammates to shoot.
She's nice and calm in there, just
Yep.
talking about it.
Yep. She did everything right that
Yep,
point.
that was excellent point.
Textbook.
This is a dangerous, dangerous snake if you don't see that body get in.
She didn't even care to stop at bunker. She just kept going. All right, this is going to mercy out this match if I'm not mistaken. As long as it's a clean hang, should go up 5-0, and that's going to be it. Yeah, there we go.
Make it dramatic.
She has commitment issues. She's like, all right, fine, I'll hit it.
Do we wait for the 10 seconds just in case it's dirty?
Just in case, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess you could milk off 5 minutes from the clock.
Just in case.
I will take a moment to thank PB Warehouse, pbwarehouse.com, one of our sponsors, online retailer. You can go there and get a lot of products, some of which you can't get anywhere else, including build your own JT packs where you can pick out your colors and your straps.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. So you can like fully customize.
You pick your frame, pick your bottoms, pick your ears, pick your strap.
No, I'm talking about butt packs. They have some
Oh.
JT butt packs that you can customize your strap colors and stuff. Your pod.
It's like sewn together for you.
Yeah, well, no, it's they tuck in underneath the band. So your pod cover flaps.
Okay.
Your flaps. Let's talk about your flaps, Dan. How are your flaps doing?
It's smaller than they've been.
Anyways, yeah, and you can customize your butt pack with different patterns and colors and stuff with different flaps. That's pretty cool. Anyways, thanks again. Thanks for sponsoring the webcast. You keep us idiots out here talking for a living. Maybe not for a living, but
Go get your flaps colored.
yeah, get your flaps. You've never known living until you've customized your flaps. People are like, what the hell are they talking about on air?
Sun delirium.
Oh.
All right, so we have the Angels on our right and High Rollers on our left. I'm curious to see if the Angels do anything to counter Ducks and the snake right now. She has just been...
I think your two options, I agree with you. I think your two options are either get to this snake side tower and the whole purpose is to get your gun down looking at snake, or go up to the 50, to this right side 50 standing wedge and do the same thing. But you've got to dedicate a gun to it. And they're not.
Ducks going conservative, but it's being real strong on that lane. 5 alive for both sides. And on the move, the Immortal Angels losing their Doritos side attacker.
High Rollers at both mini temples on the back line, now splitting out to the snake corner. They got home.
Ducks is going to go all the way.
D2, and wow, you are right.
The second she gets outside of that, there's nobody inside that can stop her.
Yeah,
She's going to gunfight the tower.
There's a lot of vision blockers there.
She's going to go again. Now,
Veda up to the 50.
she's well coached. She understands this field. She's going to wrap on the snake insert. That's her next move because she can hear her teammates. I can hear her teammates. She's in such a position of power.
And that mini temple's going to pay the price. There it is.
There it is. Next one's the tower. That might be the baby in back.
Yeah, it's going to be the mini temple.
Whoa!
Oh, did Veda take a hit?
She
does.
did.
That's a big kill. There you go.
She did her damage, though.
Immortal Angels stopped the bleeding at least.
Can the Immortal Angels take advantage that the snake is clear? Because it looks to me like 48. Allison Baltimores is looking to move forward there. And the tower's not shooting their gun. They can't really see that move. You can send them off the beam, and they'll bounce down longwise, and it'll like make the move harder.
So,
but you can't really see it.
Allie is fighting with the tower. She chooses to go out to the Dorito corner. I think if she pushes out a little bit wider and drops and crawls, she can probably get into snake.
Oh, from that spot, she absolutely could have.
Yeah.
I mean, and that tower looked inside for a little while as well.
But what you don't really want to do is get stuck in this baby Dorito.
I see another angel walking off, so I think that's 1, 2 for sure. Let's see where there's all right, there is an angel in Dorito 3 now. So they have the tower in Dorito 3 against a snake corner, a snake tower, a Dorito 2, and a Dorito one.
Right. High rollers seem to content to slow roll this, if I may use that phrase. They should, right? They're at 6 minutes. They're up by 3 points.
Okay, and the Snakeside Tower, can't see her number right now. Oh, and oh my gosh.
We lose Taylor Hofer from the tower.
It is now a 2-on-2 from a 4-on-2, and they are stacked.
Yeah, that is not a good position for the high rollers to be in.
There's another one. Who is that in the Doritos just owning people in gunfights?
There's going to be a attempt by the high rollers to bump her out.
I think we're at 1-on-1. We have the high rollers player in the 50 Dorito, and shoots out the Angel.
Did she pull it off? What a great turnaround. High rollers were losing bodies like it was the plague days. And then she just pulled it off.
If I just learned anything as a coach of Angels, it's shoot ducks.
Yeah, stop that damage. That was Isabella doing the win there for high rollers. Congrats. That was a great independent move. All right, we are in X-Ball right now, which means there's a little bit more time for teams to gear up between points. Well, a little bit more time for you and I to sit there and watch the clock. For the teams,
plug the sponsors.
Yeah, plug the sponsors. pbwarehouse.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring this webcast. Keep us rolling.
And when you guys make a purchase at any of these places, they'll leave a comment, little extra notes. Hey, heard about this place because of the webcast. It really, really does help.
You get your cut, Dan. We'll get you your cut. No. You're being honest. I agree.
Like knowing that these companies are giving us money to produce this thing, so you guys can all watch at home, or in your hotel room, in your house, or wherever,
or work when you're supposed to.
Or work
on a Friday.
You make these purchases. Let them know you appreciate that donation, sponsorship, to make this thing happen, because it's very cool. We didn't have this divisional webcast for years, and we always wish we did.
You are more correct than you know, because this divisional webcast is definitely not, how do I say it, as deeply bankrolled as maybe the pro field. So we are not behind a paywall curtain. It gives you a chance to watch, like I said, from home, from work, from wherever, on your phone, in the toilet at work. And your support of the sponsors is huge for that, because we need them to keep this rolling. So thank you so much to our sponsors, and thank you for watching. And thank you for the Buccaneers to letting us play in your backyard. Were you around for Skyball?
No, I missed Skyball by like 6 months.
That's a shame.
Right, so Angels on the left. They got to pull something out. There's still 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, there's a lot of time, but they're getting awfully close to Mercy killed. They're going to lose their Dorito player on the run out.
22. But Duck's getting shot on the break.
It's a big kill.
That is massive. And
another
body running off.
Is that Allie?
84. Can't. Their names are on the back, not the front.
Something we should fix.
Glass.
Oh, that's Sobe. All right, Immortal Angels have a chance here. They're up by a body.
They have a body advantage. They have a body in the snake.
Which they do not have for high rollers.
And, yeah, so if it...
no. They're losing their Dorito side, though.
Okay, so this can flip on us.
Yeah. So for the Immortal Angels, they need to now push this snake fast, because there's a clock ticking. They can't slow roll this. They when I say a clock ticking, I mean for Mercedes, she's got to get up and do damage, because their Dorito side is now compromised, and it's only a matter of time for the high rollers to figure that out.
Yeah, they can absolutely flip the field.
Yeah.
And
so Mercedes Walter there for...
and the high rollers moving out to the snake corner makes it a little more difficult, but she needs to be in this 50 snake now.
Gotta go. You've got a teammate in the snake with you. Use her to push in that snake tower and go. There you go.
Go again.
Yep, keep going.
She's waiting on a 1 centimeter shot at the snake tower's pack. And instead of taking her position of power. If she had moved into the 50 snake and started rapping on it, she would be in complete control of the corner in a small Dorito, which is not fun. And instead, the small Dorito, can't tell her number, 15. Jessica Salinas, Marie, she is now up in a much better bunker in that mini brick. So
your friend Crystal Welton backing her up in the snake. Mercedes Walters now moving up to what I'll call the snake 4. Oh, the middle player
She thinks it's still alpha. And now your Shadow's giving you away. Advantage to this brick player because she's going to try and shoot her under the...
Oh, no.
Yep, and there it is.
Loses that gunfight.
So hopefully Crystal realizes how she got shot.
Doesn't make the same mistake.
Mm-hmm. She's going to go forward, and they're going to go at each other. Does Crystal see the shadow? She's playing inside. She's playing inside. Oh, it's Pham. 14 Pham.
Vivian Pham. Vivian's looking cross now. She's not aware of Crystal's presence. I'm not sure she's aware of the middle presence either. Oh, she's creeping. She is creeping.
Oh, and they trade. So Vivian
that leaves
here,
Crystal.
It's a one-on-one. Unless there's another. Okay.
Right. Vivian Pham.
I haven't seen any movement on the Dorito side, on the high roller side in a while.
Yeah. I think we may be looking at a one-on-one here.
Strong on the gun.
If I'm the high roller.
Oh, no, there are two players on the high roller side. There's a Dorito one and a Snake Side Tower.
So Vivian needs to win a gunfight quick and get this to a one-on-one.
Well, yeah, the Doritos is playing like there's another Dorito player out there. Is there somebody we can't see? There's nobody in the 50 Dorito right now.
No, that's
nobody on their side of the field. The only one I can't see is the mini brick on the inside of the Doritos. It's the only one I can't see.
I'm fairly confident it's just Vivian. Vivian's going to try to drop and crawl, come up with something crazy. It has to return a result quick because otherwise she's put herself in a worse gunfighting position. So she's got to pop and kill something ASAP.
She gives herself away.
Yeah, then I
maybe nothing.
Either retreat or move forward because you've put yourself in a definitively worse gunfighting position.
Kind of like what she's doing here.
She can do it forward.
She's moving forward.
Yep.
Don't touch a bunker.
Yep. But she's still going to be at a real disadvantage when she pops to shoot here.
Nope, they picked her up.
They know she's there. That's it.
I like the thought process.
I do too.
So that'll now be 5-1 in favor of the Angels.
Yeah, putting them 1 point away from being mercied out. And actually, the clock is really killing them right now.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, I might disagree with the coach in a 1-on-2 with your player's position on your belly crawling.
Yeah. Yeah, Snake is not where you want to be in a 2-on-1.
Been able to crawl quickly down to the other side and shoot one of them in the back and let it go to a 1-on-1 and maybe try to press for the buzzer and do that within a minute, maybe two.
Yep. The problem is
now we'd have a 2-4 with a minute 15-ish.
She chose to drop and crawl into the other team's S4. That's great. But when it didn't work out, I would have advocated, again, probably dropping back is probably the best choice. If you're going to move forward, you might as well, I don't know, try to call the whole length of the Snake. The problem is that Snake Tower is so close and can stand and look down into the Snake, you are at a huge disadvantage gunfighting.
Mm-hmm.
We're an Expo.
Still an Expo.
All right.
No second teams have shown up.
I'll give you a little bit of history for those of you that are maybe, again, watching for friends and family and that you're not a paintball player. The reason we call it going into X-Ball is way back in the day when we first came up with this format of having
a version of it.
Yeah, a version of it, having time on the clock, and it was really just one team versus one team with time on the clock. And then we realized this is a sport that was not time efficient, so we went to having basically we're running 2 matches at the same time in the field, taking turns going on. So when one match finishes before the other, which is what happened here, we say we've gone into X-Ball mode, and that just means it's like old school days.
You get a 2-minute break instead of a 1 minute plus the other team's point.
Exactly. So there's more stress. To the viewer, it's going to feel like the break in between points is longer because it's 2 minutes rather than 1. But to the teams, it's much more stressful.
Significantly shorter.
Yeah, they got to race back to the pit. They've got 2 minutes to clean off hits, reload pods, reload hoppers, clean out barrels and whatever, and get back on the field.
And when we were playing X-Ball back in the day, we had rosters of 15 people.
Yeah, you never had one line. Where more and more teams just have one line with maybe a couple spare bodies.
Like you had 2 lines with a third spare body line.
Right.
So it's hey, line 1 is needs a break. Like line 2's fully ready to go.
You just went right on. Dare I say that modern players are in better physical condition than I was back in the past? Probably.
Yeah.
Which is why you can get away with having less players. There is, not today, but tomorrow we're going to see one of the teams out of Mexico City. And it occurred to me, Mexico City is like a mile above sea level. they're going to have a significant oxygen advantage coming down here playing at sea level, letting you get away with only having 7 or 8 players on a squad.
Angels on our right, High Rollers on our left. Let's see where we go.
All right, High Rollers are free to just sit and shoot. They don't have to do anything.
And Angels going straight up the center, shooting the Dorito side. But losing their snake runner on the break. So that's...
High Rollers crawl into their bunkers and just start shooting. They're not going to do anything stupid.
There's 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Angels need to start taking off and just seeing what happens. There is a seam up the center right now, but it's...
Well, there's not enough time even if they go for it.
Yeah. And
there it is.
That 5-1. So not quite a mercy rule.
Pretty close. Congratulations to the High Rollers, Immortal Angels. Go back, lick your wounds. Come again. Your weekend is not over.
Learn your lessons.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well.
And High Rollers played excellent.
They played very well. Veda played excellent. Let's give her credit. Vivian played excellent. All right, let's say some thank yous. Thank you, A, to Dan. Thanks for coming out. You're sticking around, play a little bit more. Okay, so you're not done with him. You're not done with me. I'm very sorry for that. And I want to thank our sponsors, PB Warehouse, and I want to thank you guys for watching. We're going to take a little bit of break. We're going to come back with some D5 action, some teams you've already seen before, including Protocol and Dan Bilzerian. Who are that? No, you didn't even know. All right, thank you. We'll see you in just a couple minutes.